I cannot even begin to express to you how excited I am to be capable of showcasing my glorious, glorious Dendrobium aggregatum in full bloom. Oh my goodness, will you take a look at that? Okay guys, so as I stated, this is my Dendrobium aggregatum, and as you are seeing, this is mounted within this log right here. And this is one that I've had for, I want to say, about 3 years. And can I tell you, I have never gotten this one to bloom. I mean, I have another one and it blooms just fine. This one was just being quite stubborn. So this is actually the very, very first time that it's come into bloom, and with so many of them. So now you see why I am just so excited. So if we do take a closer look at these blooms right here, you are seeing that it is extremely and very richly colored. I mean, it's almost that deep yellow saffron or egg yolk yellow. Very, very rich, very intense, and so bright and cheerful. I mean, these are like sunshiny blooms right here. How could you not be happy when looking at these? It's impossible not to be. I mean, they are just so beautiful. And what I do love the most about these is the way that they just have this very long and very grape-like clusters that cascade from the display. And this is one that you can actually put within a container or have them mounted, but I'm telling you, they do so well mounted that this, I believe, is one of the most beautiful ways to display them. And this is just one that is such an easy to grow orchid, but I will tell you, this does need a drier winter's rest, meaning that during the colder season, you definitely are going to have to taper off on the watering. And that's if you want these gorgeous, beautiful, sunshiny flowers to come within the spring season. And as we take an even closer look, guys, into this bloom, you are seeing that they do have somewhat of a round shape to them. And you're also noticing that deeper into the center of the flower, it's actually deeper in color as well. And it just really has so many blooms within one spike. They will sway with the breeze and move about and dangle, definitely making this one that looks so whimsical and so very tropical in its appearance. I just love this so much. I definitely could simply get lost within this tropical paradise of blooms right here. But before I do get totally and completely absorbed with this orchid right here, let me go ahead and talk to you guys just a little bit about this orchid. Now, as I stated, this is mounted because in nature, this is considered an epiphytic orchid, meaning that this will grow naturally upon trees and also other form of vegetation. So again, this orchid does appreciate being mounted, and that is naturally how this would grow. Now, the sad part about all of these gorgeous and dazzling blooms is the fact that these blooms will only last for about a week. Oh no! But the good news is the fact that these blooms are so impactful. They're definitely unforgettable. You will be wowed by so many gorgeous, very cheerful blooms that it really doesn't matter how long they lasted, you will definitely not forget them. As I've shown you, this orchid has given me so many blooms, but if we take a look at the actual plant itself, it's really not that big at all. I mean, it's maybe a medium-sized orchid, but I gotta tell you, I've seen this as specimen sizes and they can get rather huge. I mean, a huge mass and a huge clump of these Dendrobium. And if you do have a specimen size of these, one that is very healthy, you will actually see nothing but yellow blooms throughout. And I'm telling you, it is so magnificent and is so impressive, it'll make your jaw absolutely drop. Now, for this type of dendrobium, it is also stated that this should get as much light as possible, as much as it can handle. And it is stated that Cattleya type of lighting is excellent for these. So remember, guys, if you want a fabulous blooming season for this orchid, you also definitely want to give them as much light as possible without burning these. So again, bright indirect sunlight on these. Now also note, not only does this orchid look so very tropical, but indeed this orchid right here also requires tropical conditions as well. So this is an orchid that likes your warmer temperatures and can even tolerate your hotter temperatures also. But this is an orchid that does not like extreme cold conditions, and it is not suggested that you allow this orchid to go below 40 degrees in Fahrenheit. So I do hope that you guys see just how fabulous of an orchid this is. Definitely giving one of the most spectacular blooming displays. This is a living work of art right here, and definitely is one that is worth having. So if you like these types of blooms, these types of orchids, definitely this is one that you should give a try, and this is one that you will truly appreciate all of the cheerfulness and the happy butterfly feeling that this will give. At least that's what I get from it. And I sure do thank you guys so much for tuning in to yet another episode of my orchid and also my aroid adventures. And I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys did learn something new from it. If you did, please be sure to like, share, and also subscribe. And make sure you stay tuned for a whole lot more. I will see you guys later, and I'll also grow with you guys later as well. Bye-bye for now. Mwah.